I want to talk about automating your hiring process. Automating your hiring process using your ATS. Here's that project manager job that's been opened up. And what you can see down here is we have our stages for our ATS. This is the Asymbl applicant tracking system inside Salesforce. So what we have here is we have the ability to take individuals from a particular stage that they're in, and you can custom create these stages to be whatever you want, which I'll show you in a second. So today, we really like what we saw in Brian here. So we're going to take Brian and submit him to the client. What you're going to see is an automation pops up. This is an automation that's built into the ATS that says, all right, when you bring them over, I want you to send an email. So it auto-populated all the things from an email. It auto-populates to the hiring manager. It pulls in Brian, attaches his resume here. Now let's say Brian got a positive response from the hiring manager. They want to set up an interview. So I'm going to take Brian, drag him over the interview stage, and look, now I have the ability to schedule an interview right here. It automatically pulled in the hiring manager's name and their schedule if we wanted to do it that way. Let's say we're having this interview next week and it's going to be 60 minutes and boom. Now we've got all the automations triggered from scheduling an interview. Now, how is all this made possible? Well, inside the Asymbl applicant tracking system, there's this idea of ATS templates. And in an ATS template, you can see here are all my different stages. Each stage can have an automation. So you can see we have an ATS action. And it can have multiple actions for each stage. So let's say not only do you want to send an email to the hiring manager, but you also want to send something back to the candidate to tell them here's how to prep for your interview. And you also wanted to trigger something in your system to update. You can put multiple different actions at each stage. So it's as easy as, like, let's say we needed to add a new stage here. We'll do stage, I don't know, second interview or something like that. We'll just say it happens 90th. So now we have this new second interview that's down here. We can pull that second interview up to where it needs to go. So if we needed to automate something here, all we'd do is we'd add an action. And now we have the ability to select whatever action we wanted. And these go back to the standards emailing. You can notify someone of something inside the system. But remember those flows that we started with where all of those automations are possible? You can call one of those flows from here. And that's as hard as it is to automate your entire hiring process. It's just adding a stage, adding an action just through this button right here, and you're good to go.